Hello, welcome back. Welcome back to the first of the Toolbox series. Now, I know what you're thinking, not the ideal place to be starting 6 months of golf coaching. So I've explained the situation to the three gents. What we're going to be doing is doing some kind of online video analysis over a period of time until we can actually start the 6 month coaching. So we're not actually going to start the 6 month of the Toolbox, the physical coaching, until we can. So this is kind of the best thing that we can do until then. Over the next 3 days, I'm going to be introducing you to the three guys that are taking on the 6 month coaching program. First up, we've got Mark. And in this video, we're going to have a look at his technique, do a bit of a breakdown for him and give him some things he can work on before we start the 6 month coaching. So let's get into it. Right then, so this is Mark's swing. This video was taken at a driving range a couple of months ago, and I believe it is with a 7-iron. Now, Mark is a left-handed golfer, usually, I do believe, and the camera's flipped it so that it's right-handed in this instance, but nevertheless. So the main problems occur in Mark's swing, actually, in the takeaway. So we can see that straight away the club head gets in behind the hands, the club face gets twisted open, and because of that twist it's got a lot more loft on it than it should usually have. That openness of the face does stay in the swing up until this point, so as you can see, even in this instance, that club face is quite twisted open and there's a lot of loft on it still. Mark, being a very skilled golfer, realises that he can't present a club face that wide open to a path, so in his release it's a little bit flicky, as you can see there, a bit Mickelson-esque. Now, later on down the line, we may have to look at his release, but the priority for me is ensuring that we get this swing off to the best start that we can, and by that I mean we need to sort this takeaway out. So club head needs to stay outside the hands a little bit longer, and we need to be controlling the orientation of that face and the loft. So for now, the priority for me is the structure of this backswing. Let's head outside and let's give him a few ideas. Right then, so we're in the back garden now. What we are seeing at the minute is this club head roll in behind these hands really early in the backswing. And if you look at what's happening to the club face when that happens, is that toes pointing quite high to the sky. That means that that club face is, one, going to most likely be very lofted at impact, and two, it's going to be open to a path. So the rest of your swing, you're kind of managing that, finding a way how to square that club face up. I think you do a pretty good job, to be fair, but it just kind of leads to a couple of inefficiencies. So I think if we can get cracking with this backswing stuff before we start the proper 6 month coaching program, I think we're off to a flying start. So ideas for you. Instead of seeing this, we need to see more of this. So what's happening here is hands are staying in, head stays out, and you can see that that loft is pointed more down to the ground instead of being up towards the sky. So a few more of these. You can do a few just simple rehearsals this way. The feeling that I have when I do this is that my right hand is more on top of the golf club and not underneath it in this instance. So just nice simple backswings, and then more confident that you're feeling with it, then you can take it into a full swing. If you're struggling to do that normally, a really good drill that I'd recommend for you is that what we do is we keep our left hand on the golf club, but we take our right hand off. We put the back of our right hand to the back of our left hand, and what we do in this instance is that we start the backswing by pushing away with the back of the right hand. So you can see that as I'm doing that, handle stays in, club head stays out, and that loft is twisted more down to the ground. So probably feel a bit more of a stretch as you're doing this, but it's only going to help with those backswing feelings. So a few repetitions of that. Feel as though we're starting the backswing by pushing away with that right hand, and now you can see we've got a nice connected one-piece takeaway. Club face is very stable as we take it back, and it kind of sets you up for the rest of the swing after it. So there you go, Mark. There's a couple of pointers on things you can be working on before we start. Tomorrow we're going to be looking at Phil's swing, so looking forward to that. That should be good. Phil is a long-term client of mine, so we've got loads of ideas for that. Yeah, I'm just looking forward to getting started with proper coaching now. This quarantine stuff's a bit dull really, isn't it? So, but if we can get on top of that before we start the coaching, we're going to get off to a great head start with that. And yeah, if you guys have enjoyed this video, make sure you're doing the usuals, like, share, subscribe. Till tomorrow, cheers, see you then.